What's up, everybody? It's me, Nick, doing another unboxing for the Monday Night Wars series that we have here. Today, we are opening our wonderful, cool, man, Sid Vicious from WCW. This is really cool. A lot of people know Sid Vicious. Obviously, there's a different Sid Vicious out there as well. If you listen to punk rock or listen to punk rock music, obviously we know of Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols. But when Psycho Sid from WWE decided to go to WCW, he went under the moniker of Sid Vicious. He also had another moniker or name of Sid Justice as well. But I think a lot of us remember him as Psycho Sid and Sid Vicious for the most part, in my opinion. So yeah, we're going to open them up right now. Let's get to it. This has the wonderful Build-A-Figure of X-Pac right there. So this is going to be the Monday Night Wars for this series. This series does come with Rowdy Piper, Chyna, Sid Vicious, and Steve Blackman. We already did an opening for Chyna. We're doing Sid Vicious today. All right, so let's get right to it. Like I said, go ahead and open up your box. I don't do it safely, so do not listen to me when it comes to opening up your box. But, you know, I'm kind of a hit and miss on a mixture of everything. I'll do it safely, I'll cut things up, and then I will regret it later. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, but with that being said, open it up. We got the little pull tab. This is for your Build-A-Figure piece, of course. And I believe with Sid Vicious, we get, feels like legs. Is it legs? Nope, we got torso. Torso, and I'm pretty sure that's torso with jacket because X-Pac was in this Build-A-Figure, is wearing his leather jacket for his DX look. So pretty stoked to see how that's going to look there. But yeah, we got that going. So anyway, got that there. And let's pull out Sid Vicious here. Okay, so the cool thing about this Sid Vicious, and this is the one thing that a lot of people were excited about with the Sid Vicious figure, is the shoes. He is wearing some really cool sneakers for back in the day. I believe they are Jordans on this one. Correct me if I'm wrong. I am not a sneakerhead, so in the comments, if you want to correct me and tell me what sneakers I'm looking at, feel free to let me know, okay? But first, to start off with the figure itself, for it, we got 3 sets of hands. We got 2 open hands, we got 2 Fists of Fury, and we got 2 hands that are open to hold him like this because he was Sid Vicious. And looking at him right now, this is a hefty guy. This guy feels heavy, man. But he's looking really cool. He's looking definitely like Sid Vicious would look in this case so far. We're going to pull these little twist ties off real quick. I'm going to go all living dangerously and do the rip here. All right, got one. I think there's about 4 on this one, so bear with me. Here we go. 2. And I'm pretty good for the most part when it comes to ripping these guys off here, or when it comes to the ties. But with that being said, crinkle time. And you know what? Surprisingly, it wasn't that bad of a crinkle, so I'll take that as a win. And we'll do a lovely little cleanup here because I try to do that as best as possible. Not saying I'm perfect, but I try. Makes it a little easier for me later. So I like to put everything back in the box. Some people keep their boxes, by the way, and here's the thing. I think it's cool if you do, if you plan on, you know, using it, but it takes space for me, at least at the moment. I thought about keeping a lot of my boxes. I do keep some special boxes, like if they're in a 2-pack Ultimates, tend to keep Ultimate packaging. If it's like essentially like a Coliseum collection packaging, we'll go through that in another video, but a lot of Ultimates sometimes, if they're a 2-pack, they'll come in a really cool special case or box. I tend to keep those ones because they're a little bit more novelty and you're kind of paying for it a little bit more. So for me, I'll tend to keep those ones unless it's like a collaboration, a cool box, a little bit more my style of things. So I'll end up keeping them. Anyway, we'll go back into that a little bit later. But what I have here is Sid Vicious. Now, look at Sid Vicious. This is like a really cool, I like the jeans, man. For me, I'm big on the, like, I like it when, like, you have the skinnier jeans, but obviously this is of the era of the 90s going into the 2000s. So I definitely dig this. Like I said, look at that. And then those shoes, man. Look at those sneakers. These are definitely, I believe they're Jordans, like I was told. Man, they look rad. Articulation's really good. We got double jointed pinned legs on this, and then double jointed pinless elbows, which is really cool. Here, I have to say, pretty awesome. Nonetheless, I'm going to kind of articulate them a little bit differently right here. Going forward. So that way when I put him in my WCW ring, he looks like a Sid Vicious should. I'm just kind of getting him to stand here. So, but comes with his OG vest, which I have to say that's a pretty known thing for even Psycho Sid back in WWE. Even his angry, screaming face. And I could like to call the ramen noodle curls for the girls, as they say, on the head sculpt. Shout out to Uncle Laser for that there. But anyway, definitely has it's going to be made kind of head sculpt with the hair. But it still looks dope, in my opinion. It's definitely Sid Vicious to the T. Can't go wrong on that. Like I said, and this is kind of a taller figure. I mean, it looks like it's super tall. It's like almost like a ½ inch bigger than a lot of the other elites here. So he's definitely a scaled, figure, in my opinion. But it looks good. Waist moves pretty good. A little too smooth a little bit. So kind of, I feel like you kind of get him to dance a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit. But still not bad. Nonetheless, like I said, I'm here for the fun of it. I love to collect. And, if some of them have some really bad ones, obviously we're going to state it. But this one isn't that bad. I really like this. This is fun. So got this guy here. Now, if you guys do collect, we did get a Psycho Sid from Target not too long ago. Very much the same. I think right here, our Sid Vicious is a smidge bit taller than our Psycho Sid, but Psycho Sid did come with a lovely championship belt, which was pretty cool. Our Winged Eagle from back in the WWE days. Hair is not as ramen noodle curled, but definitely a different color, a little bit on the head sculpts there. Different faces. We got a yelly one. We got a kind of like a grimacing, kind of like a, type thing going on for the face on this one. But still, nonetheless, great figures in my opinion. If you haven't gotten the chance to get the Psycho Sid, I would say if you are on the hunt, it's worth having. I put it in my collection for my WWF Golden Era collection. This will be going in my WCW ring in that era, so it'll be cool for our Monday Night Wars. But yeah, what do you think about this figure? This is a really cool figure. You can, obviously use it for anything else. You could always pop off heads, put different attire on these guys, of course, with anybody. I'm a person of completion, so I like having them all stick together the same way. I don't like changing them out too much unless it's with the same wrestler. So like if you wanted to put this head on this guy and that one on that one, you can always do that as well. So definitely, whatever you feel is fun and comfortable, but this is a really cool figure. So yeah, if you get a chance, find it at your nearest Walmart with the wrestling shipper for WrestleMania. That is the one that we're been looking at, and this is the one where I found it here. So right when I saw it, had to grab it. So Psycho Sid definitely is worth getting in my opinion. But you let us know what you think. It might be something that you're like, not worth the buy, but a lot of people like them sneakers, man. A lot of people like them Nikes. So anyway, you let us know in the comments. Give us a follow, like, share, whatever you want to do. But just have fun with it. Be a child. Live your life. And all that good stuff. So see you till next time. Peace.